I got a weekend with Jon Lovitz. I was thrilled. It was Thursday, Friday, Saturday shows, I believe. And I was thrilled, pumped. I love Jon Lovitz, big fan. So a couple of comics had messaged me saying that Jon Lovitz wasn't a very good stand-up, right? And they were saying, I'll be interested to see how this weekend's going to go for you. And I was like, okay. I mean, I'm like, no need to try to ruin it for me. I love Jon Lovitz. So I get there, and on Thursday, I have like an amazing show. I mean, I'm crushing it, right? And then Jon Lovitz goes up, and he doesn't do that well. It's actually was pretty awkward how bad it went, right? And I thought, oh, no. And people were coming up to me, and this is what I love. I love this so much because people go, you should have been the headliner. And I'm like, well, if my name was on the marquee, you wouldn't have come. You're here because you want to see Jon Lovitz.
Yeah.
And so to those people who said those things to me, I will be there headlining this weekend. Come on out. Now's your time. But I want to say that happened on Thursday. There was 3 more shows. We had 1 show Friday, 2 Saturday. Jon Lovitz got a standing ovation those 3 other shows. I don't know what happened to him that Thursday night. Maybe it was a travel day for him. Maybe he didn't feel good. But the next 3 shows, he got a standing ovation every time. I mean, he was crushing it. He came out on fire. And then after that, I got to work with Jon Lovitz at Zanies here in Nashville one time, and a lot of fun. And then we worked together again in Huntsville. And by the time we worked together in Huntsville, Jon had really gotten to know me. He was pretty standoffish the other times, but by the time we got to Huntsville, he really had gotten to know me, and he was excited to work with me. And every night after the show, we would go out to eat. And Jon always has a little dog with him in the green room. Like, this is his buddy. And so we would go to this sushi restaurant in Huntsville, Alabama, which seems hilarious, I know, but it was actually really good. And it would be it'd be me and the manager of the Stand Up Live in Huntsville, Christian, on one side of the table, and Jon Lovitz and we were at a booth, right? So it'd be me and Christian on one side, and then Jon and his dog sitting in the booth on the other side. So we would be like a little family there. And he would order his dog, some type of fish that his dog would eat, or I don't know, maybe it was chicken, probably chicken. And then Christian, the manager, is apparently like deathly allergic to parsley. So we had a real weird thing going on. I mean, Jon's getting his dog chicken. Christian's like, make sure nothing has parsley in it or I'll immediately die. And I was just like, I'll take a spring roll. You know what I mean? And then, so later, after that weekend, probably a week or 2 after that weekend, I'm still featuring. I mean, actually, the last weekend that I worked with Jon in Huntsville, I had gotten a call that I was going to get to do The Tonight Show. So I was opening for Jon Lovitz, and it was just a 2-man show. There was no host, so it was just me and Jon. So I would go out to a completely cold audience. So I got a call that I was going to be doing The Tonight Show. So they were like, the booker for The Tonight Show was like, record your audio each night this weekend of you doing the set and send it to me, and I'll give you notes on it. So I was like, okay, great. So I learned, because I did Jimmy Kimmel Live, and my understanding of how to practice would be to do 5 or 10 minutes on stage and then take a little pause and then do my 5-minute set, because the audience will be a hot audience when I do it live on TV, so just prepare that way. And that was not the case when I did Jimmy Kimmel Live. They were not a hot audience. No one had done comedy in front of them. They were as cold as can be. And so I learned from that. I was like, all right, we got to practice this way. So the Jon Lovitz show was perfect. I came out, completely cold audience. I opened with my Tonight Show 5 minutes, and I was sending it in. It was going great. And then, so that's how I practiced for the Tonight Show. And then later, about 2 weeks later, Jon Lovitz emails me one day, and he says, can I call you? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I'm thinking, all right, he loves me. He's about to line me up with dates. He's like, I want you to go on the road with me. That's what I'm thinking. I'm so pumped. I'm driving to a gig, but I'm like, man, I'm so pumped. I'm about to get all these John Lovitz gigs. And he calls me and he goes, did you tell me that Norm Macdonald owed you $1,000? And I was like, no. And he was like, oh, I thought you told me that. And then I was like, no. And then we're just kind of on the phone. And he's like, well, how you doing? I'm like, I'm good. But apparently, I don't know, him and Norm Macdonald were having some kind of beef with each other, and he wanted some dirt on Norm Macdonald. I don't know. And that's what I was asking him, because I was like, I don't know. Maybe it was somebody. And I was trying to help him figure it out, but I was like, I have no idea. I was like, I don't know Norm.